Cheevo, guys!
What up, guys? This is
Cheevo, guys!
back here again with another video. Today, I got some early gameplay for you guys of the new Avengers game.
You know that old saying, never meet your heroes? Well, I did. And it was awesome! The Avengers were everything I imagined.
Hello, San Francisco!
Thor, Tony, check it out.
At once.
Try to keep up.
You waiting?
Yeah, obviously. Figured I'd let you catch up. Whoa! This just got a whole lot more interesting.
Let's make this quick.
Where? Thor, see if you can clear a path on the bridge.
Aye. Go! We gotta leave. Lots of men out here. We need backup.
Hell yeah, looks like we're starting as the almighty Thor. So if you guys can't tell, I am playing the beta on the PS4, not the Xbox One, and that is simply because the beta was released on the PS4 first. Now, I gotta admit the graphics are looking really, really good. A lot better than I expected. But I am playing on a PS4 Pro, not just an ordinary PS4.
Thor! Thanks for the assist. We got civilians trapped behind those barricades.
Understood. Stay behind me. I will deal with them.
We got you, Thor.
I do believe this is the first mission in the game. It is called the A-Day mission. I believe the mission is about 20 minutes long, and hopefully we're going to get some gameplay with each of the Avengers in the game, or at least the ones that are available at launch. They have announced 2 downloadable content characters, the first being Hawkeye. That one will be released on all platforms eventually, and then most recently they announced that Spider-Man is going to be included in the PlayStation version of the Avengers. So if you're a Spider-Man fan, you're probably going to want to purchase the PlayStation version. Now, it's kind of disappointing that we're not going to get an exclusive character for Xbox or PC.
Stay down. Help is on the way.
I'm pretty sure that they actually confirmed it recently that Xbox won't be getting an exclusive Avenger, which, you know, I think that would be the right play. I mean, Soul Calibur was known for doing that, doing exclusive characters per console. So, I don't know. I don't want to make this video into a rant about the Spider-Man exclusivity, but, you know, it'd be cool if we got Wolverine on Xbox, just saying. So far, this game is pretty badass. I'm digging the gameplay a lot. But, again, that's probably just because we started off as Thor.
Oh, Thunder God, who said you could have all the fun?
This game has a really cinematic feel to it. I'm really glad that Disney Marvel didn't just collaborate with just any ordinary developer or publisher. For those that don't know, the game is published by Square-Enix and it's developed by Crystal Dynamics as well as Eidos, Montreal. Without Googling it, I believe those would be the teams that are associated with the latest Tomb Raider and Hitman games.
Shields. Quick!
The graphics in this game are so legit. I feel like this is going to end up being released on next-gen consoles. It really feels like a next-gen game. This game looks a lot better than a lot of the next-gen games that I've seen, at least.
It's not over, Stark!
Hey, get back here!
Alright, again, really cinematic with the switch to Iron Man. So now we are playing as our second Avenger, and we are trying to shoot down our enemies while flying down the Golden Gate Bridge. And it looks like it's about to collapse. The only negative thing I'd say about this experience is that you cannot lock onto your enemies, or at least I didn't know how. Maybe you can lock on and I just didn't know which button to press, but I was having trouble shooting them down. But ultimately, I don't think we need to shoot them down because it turns into a cutscene.
Stay behind cover. All right, which one of you B-movie extras shot at me?
Alright, sweet. Now we can actually fight as Iron Man. Not only that, but our heroic ability is ready. That is the Unibeam heroic ability. And that pretty much took out all of our enemies. It seems that we can hover by holding X, and you can hold circle to descend. So here it looks like we have two different combat styles with Iron Man. You can choose to fight from the sky or from the ground.
These idiots would be running away by now.
Personally, I think it's probably best to mix up both fighting styles, to both, fight on the floor with your enemies, but also, hover around and shoot enemies here and there as well. And once again, even with the projectiles, I'm not able to lock onto my enemies. I'm probably just missing something here in terms of how to lock on. Oh great, now we have some turrets that are gonna shoot us. So we can also hold down the button to charge up our shot, and that will take out the turrets in pretty much one hit. The fact that this battle is going down in San Francisco at the Golden Gate Bridge makes it that much more epic.
Nothing. Everything's just peachy. Just hoping these guys don't have... They take it back. They've got pulsar tanks.
Cap, that ship's not ready for flight. Why is it moving?
Someone's initiated the security protocols. The Chimera's autopilot has taken over.
You'll need backup. We're heading back.
Negative. Secure the bridge. Those weapons can't get into the city.
Copy that. You're up, Bruce.
Yeah.
Damn, the graphics are so good in this game. Hell yeah, we're about to Hulk smash some fools. Man, I really miss playing as the Hulk in video games. I think the last time that we were able to play as the Hulk, at least in a Hulk video game, was in 2008 when Sega released the Incredible Hulk video game aligned with the Incredible Hulk movie. I could tell you one thing, even after only playing with the Hulk for like 1 minute, this is the best Avenger or the funnest Avenger to play with. I mean, who doesn't love smashing things? I mean, I guess I've only played with Iron Man and Thor so far, but the Hulk is a lot of fun to play with. There's actually a Hulk mission in the beta, which I have some footage for, so if you guys are interested in some gameplay of the Hulk mission in the new Avengers game, leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to upload that video. So far, I can't really find any complaints about the game. I mean, it's a little disappointing that the characters of the Avengers don't match the likeness of the, actors and actresses in the actual movie. However, that just would have made the game more expensive because they would have had to pay those actors a lot of money, and it would have taken away from the money that they could spend on actually making the game better. So I definitely got to give them some respect for making something new, original, but also awesome, and something that lives up to the name of each of these characters, because there's a lot of avid Hulk fans, avid Thor fans, avid fans for each of the Avengers, and they want to see a game do justice on their characters. Now, the hardest part about that for these developers is that these comic books have a lot of different versions of each of these superheroes. So, when you decide to make a movie or a video game based off of a superhero, you have to make a creative decision and decide which version of that character you're going to roll with. And ultimately, here I do think the character design is on point. They managed to pull off something original, but at the same time, I think it matches the aesthetic of what's going on in the Marvel Universe. By that, I mean the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Charge! Inventions are dangerous, Stark.
Hey, those weapons were meant for the good guys.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
Not the time! Get your heads in the game! Cap, what's going on over there?
Not sure, Nat. Seems like the reactor's malfunctioning. I'm getting strange readings on the monitors, like we're being pulled to a heat signal in the bay.
Down! Nat is going to this.
Repeat that, Cap. I'm having trouble hearing.
Nat, do you read?
Alright guys, and next it looks like we have Captain America ready with his heroic ability, the Steamroller ability. That was pretty dope. Okay, and he can use like some sort of finishers on enemies. Hopefully there's a variety of those and it just doesn't do the same one every time. Man, I gotta say, the developers and publisher took on a huge challenge by trying to make this game, you know, just because you don't have to only perfect, you know, the fighting mechanics with one of these superheroes, but you have to try to perfect the fighting mechanics with all of these Avengers, which is a huge challenge because they all have different, you know, superhero abilities and different fight styles, and also different moves that they're known for in the comics. So being able to integrate some of these moves and super abilities is absolutely key in making a good Avengers game, at least if you're trying to make one that's true to the comic books. And judging by the 2 DLC characters that have already been announced, it looks like this game is going to be around for a while.
Molecular structure is breaking down it into a gas. Something below is feeding energy into the reactor. It's extraordinary.
I really don't know why people would have anything bad to say about this game. Maybe it's just because the A-Day mission was the demo mission, you know, that was made for like E3 announcements and E3 gameplay and things like that. Let's be real, a lot of the time that demo portion has a lot more work put into it compared to the rest of the game, just because that's the game that's going to be shown off to the public. So let's just hope that the quality of the rest of the missions matches the quality of this A-Day mission. Well, I suppose we'll find out soon, because I'm going to be following up this video with some footage or a walkthrough of the Hulk Iconic mission.
Avengers, if you can hear me, the convoy is transporting a highly lethal sonic disruptor bomb. Our enemies intend to detonate it within the city.
We're going down.
I repeat, a sonic disruptor bomb. Secure the asset at once.
Sonic bomb? Are you kidding me? Thought the UN outlawed those years ago.
Let's have a look, shall we?
Now that is an entrance.
Taskmaster.
We need to get that detonator. That bomb goes off, it could liquefy everything within a 10-mile radius.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Tony, Thor, the cables! I'll handle the freaking detonator.
From one former teammate to another. I've learned a few tricks since we last met.
Oh yeah? Here's one. Called kicking your ass!
The base of the bridge is secure.
Guys, I'm getting these strange seismic readings.
The truck!
Got it.
Hungry? I'll take this.
You know, I was hoping to face you.
Alright guys, it looks like the final character we're going to be able to play as in the A-Day mission is Black Widow. and we're going to be facing off against a boss. This villain is the Taskmaster. Those familiar with the Black Widow storyline and comic book will recognize this villain. He's actually going to be the villain in the upcoming Black Widow movie. And again, I want to give some shout outs to the gameplay variety. Black Widow's, fighting and projectile abilities are a lot different than the other Avengers, being that the other Avengers don't have guns.
Did I break your little jetpack?
Doesn't matter. I have this.
Damn it. Hand it over!
Being that this is the first boss battle, we kind of get an idea of what the boss battles are going to be like in this game. Pretty cool that it's not just the same thing throughout the whole boss battle. It's kind of broken up into different phases. Not only that, but you kind of have these cinematic sequences in between those different phases of the boss battle. And what do you know, it was just showing me how to lock on to an enemy. So to lock on, you have to click in the right thumbstick. That is how you lock on. And that probably would have been helpful to know earlier in the demo. Anyway, now that we're able to lock onto the Taskmaster, we should be able to defeat him a lot easier. But also, I have to make sure that I dodge or parry his attacks. Look at that, so I can actually throw him by parrying his attack. Okay, so use R2 to use Widow's grapple to counter attacks. Alright, so we're going to try to throw him into his grenades, because he's throwing a bunch of grenades at me, and I'm assuming that I can throw him into his own grenades to do some damage to him. So let's see if we can line it up right. I might eat some grenades in the meantime. Okay, so she has a hook too. That's pretty cool. I'm sure that's going to be useful in combat, especially when there's a lot of different enemies. This boss battle is actually getting pretty close. For those that don't know, your health bar is at the top of the screen, so I'm probably at about, 15%, 20% health, even lower now, about 1% health, and he still has a whole chunk of life left. I'm gonna have to make sure I parry. It looks like you recover HP slowly if you don't get hit.
Still trying to piece it together?
You giving up?
Not a chance!
Alright guys, so the Taskmaster is almost defeated. I just have to manage to hit him a few times, and that's without taking any damage because I'm almost dead. But let's see here. It says press L1 to activate Veil of Shadows. Alright, so I'm invincible. This is going to come in handy, especially because I was almost dead. Alright, and now we are about to finish him.
Next time, take better notes. Guess you saw that coming, huh?
You think you've won?
What the hell are you talking about?
Look around, Romanoff. The world will remember this day. The day their heroes failed them.
What's happening here?
The city's collapsing.
Damn it, they played us. Steve, can you hear me? Get the hell out of there!
Mika!
Screw this.
Five years ago, the Avengers paraded dangerous, untested technology causing damage on an unprecedented scale. Our beloved Captain America was killed during the attempted theft of this technology. Thousands of other innocent people died, and many more still bear the scars of what has come to be known as A-Day. Hundreds fell sick, encased in strange cocoons, only to emerge with dangerous, otherworldly powers. With no known cure, the disease has spread across the country, and while both S.H.I.E.L.D. and the Avengers promised to rectify the situation, it was Dr. Banner's testimony that brought about the end of an era.
You so-called heroes transformed San Francisco into an infectious, gas-filled quarantine zone. You unleashed diseased, powerful beings that wreak havoc throughout our nation. Many still lay dormant, unidentified. So I ask you again, Dr. Banner, do the Avengers pose a danger to society?
Yes.
Their activities outlawed, the once mighty heroes disbanded. But out of tragedy is born hope. After the government liquidation of Stark Industries, Dr. George Tarleton, himself a victim of A-Day and founder of Advanced Idea Mechanics, thinks science is the solution to our nation's problems.
I wish I knew what happened to Captain Rogers that day, but I was nowhere near the reactor room. I don't have those answers, but I can promise you this. I will use this second chance to make you safe. AIM will find a cure for the inhuman disease.
And that was the 8A mission in the new Avengers game, guys. That about wraps up my Avengers gameplay video. Keep an eye out for my next Avengers video. It's going to be on the Hulk Iconic mission. As always, I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and don't forget to like and subscribe.